My journey began at UTRGV, where I graduated with a degree in early care and early childhood studies. I then began to realize that I wanted to pursue my MAED at UTSA. I chose an MAD in education because it's not only important for my future success, but important for my students. The more that we learn, the more our students learn. Advancing my skills has always been in my schedule. This MAD and current class has heavy emphasis on pedagogy, teaching message, philosophy of education, and how key theories are manifested in diverse educational contexts, all in which are of great value for education and to better serve our diverse classrooms every day. One important module we learned in this classroom is about the educational enterprise in the U.S., which examines the nature and purpose of education in society. We always have to be mindful that education will always be evolving over time in our country. The purpose of education in society are society, knowledge, and learners. These are all forces that influence our educational goals. Society shifts in economy, family trends, media which change social norms, knowledge finds new discoveries, new developments in science, technology, and new organizations of fields of study. Learners in turn change beliefs about learning processes or the nature of learners. The end result prepares students for living in society, which is the purpose of education. The significance of ILT explores the nature of interdisciplinary with regards to the nature of knowledge and how we come to learn and create new knowledge. Interdisciplinary applies to my degree in early childhood in a dynamic way. You cannot operate as a home working alone. For example, special education cannot function without the existence of ILT. Without collaboration or efforts, nothing can be changed. The social, economic, and political aspects of our educational system and their impacts on underserved and marginalized populations are effects on social justice and education. Social justice is an interdisciplinary theme that affects all areas of education. As educators, our goal is to provide high quality education to all learners. We are no one to deny equal access to high quality education to students. As educators, we must empower and advocate all learners to challenge system we live in, while nurturing the personal and professional integrity of all the students. Learning theories are meant to know, learn, and apply in practice. The modules covered were behaviorism, cognitivism, and social constructivism from perspectives of key scholars associated with each of these theories, which are Skinner, Piaget, and Vygotsky. As educators, our main job is to help students learn. The importance of learning theories in education is that they provide constant learning and teaching approaches, as well as strategies centered on a specific set of assumptions of what it means to know and learn. With those assumptions, these theories will be able to guide how we teach, motivate, and assess, as well as predict learning performances. Situated learning, constructionalism, and andragogy are also added to learning theories. According to Love and Wenger, situated learning is structured within a context of theories of community practice. Constructionalism is a variation and extension of constructivism. Learning is the active process of knowledge. Construction. Knowles is one who studied adult learning theories and adult education. With the soon graduate degree, you may have to teach adults, which is why Knowles theory is at value. Meeting the needs of diverse learners brings up teaching today's learners. As educators, we need to respect the cultural and linguistic diversity of learner populations in our teaching strategies. The readings that we learned about all discuss culturally responsive practices that address the needs of racial, ethnic, and language minority groups. This is especially important because culturally responsive practices address academic issues such as the achievement gap. Being responsive to the needs of sexual diverse learners is to ultimately create an environment that is respected of their identities. Inclusive inclusive practices address needs of students with disabilities through inclusion, in which students with special needs should have access to the same education as their peers. Today's 21st century learners need what is referred to as 21st century skills to refer to certain core competencies such as collaboration, digital literacy, critical thinking, and problem solving that are sources schools need to teach to help students succeed in today's society. In conclusion, my plan of action to integrate the main themes would be to really understand how learning occurs for each one of my students. I would construct knowledge and use of appropriate teaching strategies that promote student learning. I need to understand that each learner's cognitive, linguistic, social, and emotional development influence their learning. I need to understand the role of language and culture in learning and modify instruction to match the needs of the student. Also, understanding how to access information about the values of diverse cultures and the learner communities to build into my instruction. Knowing how to use this Knowing how to use technology and able to guide learners to apply them appropriately and effectively. My teaching will be engaging, relevant, multicultural, and appealing to a variety of learning styles.